I think we covered the dual certification, the citizenship, your international information. It is a separate form, but it is tied in to the SPADA one that we were just on. But this is where you would come and put all that critical information. My guess is some of it might come over from Slate too. If you notice, there are no stars here, right? No required fields. And if you have additional documentation, so there's visa or passport information, some require certification of eligibility, and then the nationality. Now, students that have more than one passport and more than one visa, again, this is where you would go to the insert button, click insert, there's nothing here, but click insert and add the more than one visa, the more than one passport. The other ones, let's see, all your auditing, your tests, your holds, these I'll do really, really quick. SOA tests. The critical thing about this are the 3 areas for testing. So here's right for this student, right? Here's all the tests they took, right? Here's your test score. Here's the dates they took. But what may be confusing for some people on this are these 3 tabs: test score 1, test score 2, test score 3, and they all have various meanings for each one of them. The first one is for code of campus taken. So where were the tests taken? So this is your admission request. Here's your table. It's going to want to know. Some of these are official transcripts, but different codes here on that. So you might have a list of the different codes. These are, and I believe this table is also shared with Fort Collins. So some of these might be Fort Collins code. That's mostly used for your CALB locations, and that's really what test score 1 is for, or if there's an equivalency indicator that goes with a specific test. Test 2, this is your administrator test, the method or the type that it was taken. So again, I will click on this. Is it a national test, a residual test, or is it a state test? It wants to know the type of test. And then test 3 is what term? When was the test taken during what term? Was it taken during one of your semester terms, or was it taken someplace else? And again, if you click on this, it will list all of your terms. Or the 999, the end of time one, means that you may not know. This becomes critical, obviously, with admissions and for certain departments and certain requirements. These usually calculate percentages, and it's all kind of grayed out, so this may not be set up, or maybe I don't have access. But these all calculate together. Any questions on that? I don't know if you're using this. Yeah, go ahead, Karen.
Linda, can we assume that if we put something like that into Slate, that it's going to translate over into Banner? Or if I have students who have taken a GRE, do you suggest I go and I check Banner to make sure that they're there?
It should be automatically coming from Slate. For right now, given that we're in this big transition, I would double check. You guys are in a great position. So I know I probably sound crazy, but you guys are in a great position because you're getting this whole new system. And, you might have a wish list of things that you wished AIS did. And now you can wish to see if you can have it in Banner. And, when I went through a big transition from one system to the other, oh my goodness, my wish list was about 3 pages long. And I just wanted to know if I could do it. And the more I asked, the more I got. So, yeah, I would definitely check. Okay. I'll check, but keep asking, Karen. Okay, so that's SOATEST. Very straightforward. Your SOAHOLD is probably the most complicated one, especially now when registration is coming up. Because if there's a hold on an account, it can change a lot of things. So this is a shared document. Here's all the holds. There's a residency hold. And how they define, as you probably know, they put the phone number next to all the holds so a student can actually call someone to find out about their hold. These become critical when it comes to registering, sometimes admissions decisions. And you probably, again, if you have to insert one or you don't really delete them, you can change, well, you can delete them depending on your requirements, but it's good to always just insert them and keep them. You can always deactivate them and just see a record of all the holds that were on an account. Are you using the holds, by the way?
Mm-mm.
Cody, you
I
using
feel like we
holds?
should be using some of these holds. Well, I know there's one hold that I do need to be using. If there is a student who can only do classes online, what hold should I be using?
Only use classes online. That sounds like more of an attribute. I don't, let me see here. Did they put one for, oh, would that be an ES student? A lot of those courses are online.
Extended studies courses only? Yeah, that looks about right.
Because I know a lot of those courses are online. I don't see one here for only online students. Good question. Let me find out.